What's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be talking about what Epic should do about keyboard and mouse movement in Fortnite. Alright, so if you don't know, 8 months ago I came up with a trick that allowed keyboard and mouse players to always have double movement. The community loved it, all was good, but a few months later, pro Fortnite players started to use my trick. Now, I didn't have a problem with this. The whole point of me uploading this video was so that people would know about my trick, but as a result, Fortnite content creators started making tutorials on my trick. Literally doing the exact same thing I did in my video, without giving me credit, by the way.
No macros involved, no cheating, just pure ingenuity. I have A in caps lock taped together using a little piece of plastic. 200 IQ.
But that's not what this video is about. The big point is that right after these big content creators made their videos on my trick, Fortnite immediately, straight up, removed double movement from Fortnite. So now in 2021, if you're on keyboard and mouse and don't want bad movement, I'm calling it bad movement because that's what it is. Trust me, stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about things in this video that no one else has even noticed. It will shock you, it definitely shocked me at least, but hopefully by the end of this video you guys will understand why regular keyboard and mouse movement is bad. Anyways, like I was saying, if you don't want the default bad movement, you now have to buy an analog keyboard like the Wooting. I love the Wooting, by the way. When I upgrade my keyboard or it breaks, I'm probably going to buy a Wooting. The thing is though, now having good movement is pay to win because you have to buy a special keyboard in order to have it. Now I understand that even if Epic decided to bring back double movement, or if they made the old double movement the standard movement, meaning you wouldn't need two keybinds to move like that, Wooting would still be better, and therefore it would still technically be pay to win, but at least the gap wouldn't be so drastic. You have to understand, there's a reason Wooting started to blow up right after Epic removed double movement. It's because it's now way better. It's not a coincidence. So now that Wooting is so popular and it gives you such an advantage, I believe it's only right that Epic tries to reduce that gap. Alright, so for my first point, I want to talk about the fact that I don't even have to compare regular keyboard and mouse movement to a Wooting or a controller to come to the conclusion that movement as it is right now is bad. I can just compare it to itself in the past. This is the shocking part of the video, by the way. For whatever reason, YouTube decided to recommend me a Daquan video from 2018. I didn't mind, right? It actually brought back some good memories. But as I was watching the video, I started to notice that his movement was different. It looked like he had double movement. I want you guys to focus on his movement as you watch these clips. Alright, so far his movement looked different. Nothing crazy, right? It just looked a little sus. At this point my eyebrow was raised a little bit, but I wasn't really thinking too much about it. That's until I saw this. I'm gonna just let the footage play. Did y'all see that? Let me rewind it. Look at this. My man's is going this way, but his crosshair is looking this way. You can't even get close to doing this now. I don't think you could even do this back when double movement was a thing. Alright, so after I saw this, I had to make sure it wasn't just Daquan, so I looked up a Nick A30 video posted around the same time. This video was posted on June 16th, 2018. The Daquan video was posted on the 4th of July of 2018. But let's look at Nick A30's movement now. Look at his movement. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna try to pause it on it so you guys can see it better. Look at that. I'm telling you, these angles, you can't hit these angles now. You can't do this now. He's gonna do it again right here. Look at that. I'm telling you. Movement was definitely better back in the day. Last but not least, I looked up a video from Cypher PK. This video was also posted on the 4th of July of 2018, so the same date as Daquan's video. Alright, so let's look at Cypher's movement. Ooh, look at that. Did y'all see that? So I could pause it on that. Look at that. He almost hit a full horizontal like Daquan. I'm telling you, you can't move your character like this now. Like, you can't even come close to doing this now. Look at this. I'm gonna keep it playing though. See if we can see more instances. Look at this. Look at that. A lot just happened. Hold up. Let me rewind that. Okay, that's not that crazy. That's not that crazy. This right here though, placing this wall down while you're moving this way, you can't do that now. But you guys can see he was doing it back then. The funny thing is, Cypher actually has a video where he talks about double movement. He made this video right here in 2019, so a year after the other video I just showed you guys. Let's hear what he has to say about double movement though.
Controller players have the analog stick and they're able to kind of move in a 360 motion that the keyboard cannot really achieve on its own. So you're able to do things like when you're building, you're able to run sideways while you're building a wall. The keyboard does not have that functionality.
What do you mean, Cypher? You were literally doing it yourself a year ago. Look, this is you. Keep in mind that as far as I know, all of the YouTubers that I just showed were using regular keyboards. No rooting, no double movement. That was just the default movement back in the day. So this got me thinking, right? How is it that these YouTubers didn't notice their movement get worse? I myself wasn't on keyboard and mouse in 2018, so I never experienced that movement. My theory is that Epic gradually made movement worse over time so no one would notice, but I don't know. As far as I know, Epic never announced any movement changes, so the only way to find out is to watch one of these YouTubers every video from 2018 to 2019 to find out when and how the movement changed. Now your boy doesn't have time for that, but it doesn't matter for this video. Anyway, the point is, default movement used to be good, they changed it, and now it's bad. This is important because it really emphasizes how Epic has full control on how good or bad movement is for keyboard and mouse. A lot of people think the movement we have now is just the best we can do, but no, I just showed you guys, not only can they change movement, but they actually did in the past. Also, for more proof, in Save the World, keyboard and mouse still has that full horizontal movement. Alright, now my second point is a question. That question being, why? Just why? Why did Epic decide to nerf keyboard movement? It doesn't make sense to me. Moving with WASD is already a challenge. When I switched to keyboard and mouse in 2019, the hardest thing to get used to was moving with WASD. And that's because not only does it make your movement more robotic, but your fingers are never always on WASD. Let's look at Cypher for example. You guys can see he has Q as his wall bind. So since he has Q as his wall bind, he has to press Q with his left ring finger. You also have to press A with your left ring finger in order to move to the left. So whenever Cypher moves to the left and he wants to place a wall up, he has to move his ring finger from A to Q in order to place that wall. That makes it so he could never really have smooth movement to the left and also place a wall at the same time. And this goes for everybody, right? You could have the most optimal keybinds. You're still at some point gonna have to move your fingers from WASD. So even if you have a rooting, movement still won't be as good as controller movement. So why nerf it? Alright, so for my final point, I just want to talk about the people that are against giving keyboard and mouse players better movement. The only argument I've seen is from controller players, and they say that it wouldn't be fair because keyboard and mouse players already have scroll wheel reset. Alright, so first of all, controller players don't have scroll wheel reset because controllers don't have scroll wheels. It's that simple. Epic has nothing to do with it. They can't give you guys scroll wheel reset when you guys don't have scroll wheels. Same thing with keyboard and mouse. If for some reason you buy a mouse without a scroll wheel, you won't have scroll wheel reset. This is not the case for movement. I just showed you guys how Epic has full control of movement and how movement used to be better in the past. If you're going to compare keyboard or mouse movement to anything, it has to be aim assist, right? Epic can give you guys more aim assist or less aim assist, but the goal is to make it balanced. They try to make it as close as possible to keyboard and mouse aim. But why isn't the same logic applied to movement? Using the same logic, Epic should be trying to make keyboard and mouse movement as close as possible to controller movement, but instead, they have made movement even worse than before. How does that make sense? That's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Peace. Hold up, I just recorded and edited the entire video and realized that I didn't even talk about what Epic should do about the movement situation. So, I mean, Epic should, you know, just bring save the world movement into battle royale. Or if they want to go a step forward, they can even add a little setting here. You know how there's an aim assist strength setting? There could be a movement setting right here. You could have on the lowest side, you can have the movement that we have now, and on the other side, if you push it up to 100%, it could be save the world movement. But yeah, now that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.